always play ball, never AWOL. Oh, they mad now, cause they lost. That's on you, not on me. Lately my phone on D&D. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. My phone right back on D&D. It's like only rest if RIP. I got my wife, I got my kids. Probably got a few friends that I don't need. Not fake, never been fraud. Been great, still a little flawed. Always need sign when they call. Order up a drink while I'm sitting at the bar. Like, I need a strong tail, Nico make two. Honey Jack with a little bit of juice. CYA throwing up the dose. I'm all in. Little grub at black and blue. No sauce, that strip got juice. For dessert, I just need a little mousse. I'm starving. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. Need what I want what I need. Need what I want now. Like 1, 2, 3, giddy up. Heard you thought it was a drought, is you serious? Make one call, turn the city up. Cop a little attaboy for the pick me up. Standing on the green like Wimbledon. Match point set serve, going for the win. Try to stay humble, still going do it big. Don't assume I'm cocky, I'm confident. Earned every dollar for the time I spent. Hard times they come and go. 10 toes I never fold. I can never ever ever go. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. I try to get some peace, that's all I need.
Give me a Lima Charlie if you can hear me loud and clear. Let's get it going, man. Oh, my God. Answer that goddamn phone. Ooh wee, ooh wee. Q&A time.
I'm here with you, damn it.
And you can slice. You can slice the face. You can slice the chest.
But you know what? It all comes back to one thing.
But it's not for children, though. I'm fucking with grown folks right now.
Come on, man.
Raiders, make sure to remind folks to put Q colon in front of their question so that grabs my attention.
Put a Q up front of it.
It's Timmy time.
Brother, this guy stinks.
Goddamn you two correctional officers. I hope they pay you well.
Glad everybody stopped by, having a real good time, my guy. Rocky coming through, letting know he shoot goddamn rope for the bug out.
Pause.
Ron, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Hey, man, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Ian, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member.
You know, they're gonna be like, he was a good man. Yeah!
See you, Geppetto, the like button. Put me back in the goddamn algorithm.
Emotional, damn it.
Fun is definitely what we're going to be heavily focused on.
I think that everybody's on Sabinja's balls. They got them both cupped with the hands, like kind of like this. Like, let me cup them for you.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Chris, you know you got the goddamn hooked on phonics, sir. Here we go. I'm ambidextrous.
What more do you want from me?
Let's get it. Slap the like button.
I'm not a goddamn mathematician. I don't think Dwayne is here. My resident mathematician.
Oh my God. Let's get this going real quick. Let's get it popping real quick. Let's do it for these people once again coming through. My name is Marine X. It's time for a little bit of, I guess, a little bit of like Saturday night man cave type of stuff. I appreciate the Lima Charlie confirmations already coming through in the chat. You know what I'm saying? This is the casting couch here in the man cave.
Come on now, dog.
Literally.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all wondering how did Mrs. X get her role on the Mantuary podcast? You already know what the goddamn deal is, bro. You already know what it is. So we're coming through making some different things happen for y'all, man. So we appreciate y'all once again doing different things. My name is Marine X. I don't have a liquor chosen yet, man. Shame on me. I'm just sitting here chilling. I was trying to do from a different angle in the man cave. Of course, this is where I like to vibe out. Listen, put a Q colon in front of your question or your comment. So put a Q, like the letter Q, in a colon, not a semicolon, a colon. What that does is it helps me see your comment or your question a little bit better. So that way, as I'm going through and I'm running my mouth and I'm showing different gear, it kind of grabs my attention. Similar to what Semper Fi did right here when he put a Q colon in front of his stuff, minus the fact that his comment is big AF. So let's just bring that down a little bit. But yeah, so do that. We'll make that thing happen. So I appreciate y'all once again doing that. Let me see if I can fix that real quick, man. Let me know what y'all carried in your pocket today. Is your day over? And all of that good stuff as well. So I do appreciate that, man. I'll let you know what I carried, what I had going on in that good stuff. Man, it's so crazy because normally I like to do my Man Cave Mondays on a Monday. Hopefully we get an opportunity to do that. I was chilling out. I was about to film a video and I literally was weeding my lawn and putting down some mosquito killer, putting down some bug killer, some herbicide. And I was just like, you know, I think I might go live tonight. I think I got a good goddamn head on my shoulder, man. I think I might do that. So that's what I decided to do. So before I jump into what I'm carrying today, let's just see who's here. Let's just see what different things that are being carried and all of that. So we got, first off, we got a shout out to the members. You all much appreciate the members. You help support this channel. True Brother EDC, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. Appreciate y'all kicking the door. And we got Jet is up in here, says my first chat. Hey, man, we all remember our first time, Boost. We remember that first time, bro.
Come on now, dog.
Let me tell you something.
Come on, man.
Hey, my first time was not very long. It was It didn't take very long, but we all remember it. Okay, been watching for a couple of months, says Jet. I appreciate you kicking the door in, coming in from Istanbul, Turkey. Man, coming in all the way from the Middle East, says Barris. Hey, appreciate you kicking the door in, man. Hopefully you're having a good eve, or I guess, what are you, 7 hours ahead of me? So hopefully you're having a good morning. whatever it is out there, man. I appreciate you kicking the door. And Joshua is here, says the sound seems low. Yeah, I had the music down low, like I was talking instead of vibe mode. So I had to turn it up for a little bit. But absolutely, hey, True Budget, I appreciate that. Absolutely, man. Make sure you hit that like button, man, if you're entertained, bro. Hit that like button. Are you not entertained? So that makes life a little bit easier. I saw that X in a semicolon, bro. I was just like, why do you put an X in a semicolon? But I feel you, bro. I feel you. Just got the EDC 23 based on Marine X's review. Let me tell you, the EDC 23 doesn't get a lot of pocket time with me because I have to move on to other products that are sent to me and I'm trying out and I'm testing out. But every time I open that little flashlight drawer, okay, it's just looking at me and I'm like, bruh, I need to get me one of those.
Son, where'd you find this?
Let me tell you something. Nightcore making some shit happen with that, bro. Every time I pull it out, I let somebody use it. They ask me that question, like, bro, where did you get this? Where did you find this? We like this a ton. Speaking of liking a ton, Keats, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn man. We appreciate that, man. Hopefully you're having a good evening and a good day as well. Let's see. RH is here. Says, enjoyed your live stream with Neves the other day. Volume is better now. Hey, yeah, Neves, man. Jared was just messaging me. Literally, he was just messaging me a cologne that he said it's a guaranteed panty dropper. It's like a guaranteed, let me see if I can show it to you guys. I'm gonna show it to you guys real quick. Hold on, because I'm looking at it and I'm just like, I gotta kind of just trust he's saying it's this. You might not be able to see what the heck it is. It's a X, I don't know. It's XNIHILO, Blue Talisman. Listen, if Jared gives me a suggestion for some shit, oh yeah, it's definitely getting picked up and checked out. Okay, because this is not his first rodeo. He knows what he's doing. I've gotten some smells from Jared, and they have definitely landed me in the correct scenario with Mrs. X. Okay, they've landed me in the correct scenario. So if he gives me a suggestion, you already know what it is. Patient Prepper says, what did I miss? You haven't missed nothing yet, bro. You haven't missed nothing. I was just saying what's up to some people. Make sure I say what's up to the channel members. Justin Miller, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Hey, smoke them if you got them, man.
Bitch.
You already know, but that's what I'm going to be doing here in a second. I didn't take any beautiful B-roll of exactly what I'm smoking. But you know, guys, I'm vibing out, just kind of chilling out and all of that good stuff. Q&A section, if you have questions about about anything that has to do with your EDC, anything that has to do with your prep, put a Q colon in front of your stuff. It makes it a lot easier for me to see, similar to this. Colin says, Q, you get into any type of March Madness games? If so, who you going for? Bro, I am so trash when it comes to anything beyond NASCAR,
Hey,
bro.
Come on now, dog.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Come on, man.
I am a religious watcher of NASCAR. Daytona 500 was just recently. Texas is on deck. When it comes to, like, I like to go to Texas twice a year. The only races I don't watch are the road races when it comes to NASCAR. I play NASCAR Heat 5. I'm hoping that they come out with NASCAR Heat, whatever the hell they're going to call it. I don't know if it's going to be called NASCAR 25, NASCAR Heat 6, whatever. That's what I dig with, because I feel like it comes on Sundays. It gives me a chance. It's one of the only sports I can watch where I literally can take a nap, wake up, and the sport is still on. Like,
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
mainly because, I got really turned off with all the politics that were in place when it came to should we play NCAA players, and then the politics with the taking a knee in the NFL, and then all the flopping going on in the NBA, and it was just too much for me. So it was a lot easier for me to just kind of lean on NASCAR, because at the end of the day, you have to keep your body in a certain shape. You have to be able to figure out what you're going to do with your urine and your hydration, and drive a car for hours on end. And this shit is not as easy as people think that it is. Hey, appreciate the confirmation for DJ as well. So let's just talk about what I got in my pocket. He says Hamlin. Yeah, Hamlin, the driver owners, man. Driver owners. I like driver owners. So in the pocket today, man, it was one of these days where I knew I had stuff to do around the house. And for the most part, I don't know if you guys weed and feed your own lawns, if you use pesticides on your own lawn. I do that. But whenever I break that stuff out after, 8-9 months of not using it, there's always stuff I'm going to be running into when I'm trying to get stuff done. And it's the same thing that happened here as well. So for me personally, I knew I wanted to get something in my pocket I could do silly stuff with, stuff I can just put in my pocket and not have to worry about it. That kind of landed me on the Tactile Chupacabra. It's a Magna Cut blade. It's big, it's beefy, it's easy to deploy. It's using a super lock, and I like to just let the lock fall down onto my finger, then move my finger out the way and close the knife. That's normally how I use this knife. It's easy to deploy. It's an aluminum scales which are anodized. It's made in America. Everything is made in this knife in Dallas except for the anodization process is done. I think it's done in another part of Texas, but don't quote me on that. I like this because of the corrosion resistance. I'm doing silly stuff around my pool when it comes to acid washing pools. I'm doing stuff with chemicals. I'm using, you ever weed and feed your own lawn or whatever, use the blue marker paint to know how much you've marked, like what part of your lawn you've already marked, right? I don't care. I want something that I can wipe off. It's going to always be there. I can feel it in my pocket. You ever have a knife in your pocket and you didn't realize it wasn't in your pocket? That's not how the Tactile Chupacabra goes. If you forget to put this in your pocket for even 10 minutes, you can tell it's no longer in your pocket, okay? So I like this. I like the fact that they went with the super lock. So, and I like the thockiness of it. Can you hear the thockiness? Let's just see. Can you hear it when it actually slams down? Hold on. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of that, man. So that was in the pocket. And then we also are rocking the, this is the Ace Beam, the TAC 2A. This thing is only like $18. I didn't buy it. Ace Beam sent it to me, but after using it for a while, yeah, it's definitely worth $18. The reason I like this, I'm not going to do it on stream because I just no homo. I don't want to do that. Okay, but I will say the reason I like to carry flashlights that are shaped like this is because they're easy to put in my mouth whenever I'm working on stuff. Pause. I almost want to hit pause again. But listen, there's chemicals I'm digging out of my Husky, like workbenches, out of my cabinets. I haven't seen them in months. So I like to be able to put a flashlight in my mouth that I can turn on. It doesn't get hot. Like, I don't want the whole flashlight to get hot. If you're wearing a hat, you can just put this on the brim of your hat. I don't wear hats very often because I have locks and it's hard to find hats that work for me. But that way I can see, like, okay, I'm going to need the blue marker. I'm going to need herbicide. I'm going to need pesticide. I'm going to need the mosquito spray. I'm going to need this. I'm going to need that. I like this for that reason. As well as, I had to find some wood glue today. I had a coat rack that broke, and the coat rack is made of wood, and I want to save $18 and not buy a new coat rack. So, I decided to find the wood glue. So just little things like that is what this thing comes in handy for. So I was a big fan of that. So also in the wallet, running back and forth to Ace Hardware on my one wheel. That happens quite often. I did put a proof wallet in my wallet. Now this is one of their newer wallets. They just dropped in a new colorway. This one here, I forget which one they call it. It's the black leather instead of the Oxford color. I like it. I really like the way brown leather patinas. So I don't know how this one's going to look. I really just wanted to see how I was going to feel about this one. Can I throw a bunch of cards in there? So this is an interesting one. This is an interesting one. And is that it? Oh, I guess we can talk about the watch. I'm rocking the Benrus. This is the DT2UP, long ass name, but tremendous results when it comes to the Benrus field watch. This watch was issued to Navy SEALs during the Vietnam War. It was also issued to naval captains. So this thing could go, it can go, it was very versatile. And so the thing I liked about this particularly, it wasn't as versatile as its big brother or its cousin, which is the Benrus Type 1. But the Ben Roos Field Watch was still very, very good for just being able to see easily at night. It has a big old dial on it. It has very good lume on it. So Ben Roos closed their doors in 1991, and then some millionaires bought Ben Roos's name in 2020, and they started reissuing their own watches. So I do have an official reissue for Ben Roos. If you're a watch type of person, there was a watch show today here in Dallas, Texas. I didn't get a chance to go to that, but I'm a big fan of Ben Roos. And then I guess we'll talk about the stick that I'm smoking, which I've never tried this before. I just lit it, and when I lit it, it grabbed me by the freaking balls. So that's what the band looks like. I'll read it out to you. We are doing a guillotine style cut on this. This is a Pan Caliente HVC Hucho Amano. I'm probably I'm jacking that all up, bro. But what I am not jacking up is the freaking flavors that it's providing, man. The shit is great. Oh my God, the shit is great. Yes, somebody can listen. One thing I will say about the watch itself, this Ben Roos watch. So Ben Roos is revamping their website, and the thing about as they're revamping their website, I don't know if they're going to. Let me see if I can just throw this in here real quick. Ben Roos. I don't know if they relaunch yet. DTU. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't look like they're 100% have relaunched yet. So I have the DT2A field watch or whatever they call it. This is the watch that I'm wearing. But Ben Roos is in the middle of an official relaunch. And as they're in the middle of this relaunch, I'll still throw this in here. So I don't think their actual website is working as it stands right now. I think they're in the middle of a relaunch. I did reach out to the company to see like, hey, what's going on? Your website's not working. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that is working is the super chats, and I appreciate that. Ian coming through with the super chat. It says, let's see, get a Land 910. You won't be disappointed. It is a Sabenza clone. Yes. Does it still slap? Yes. It's worth $30. Hell yes. Hold on. $30, bro. First off, man, appreciate the support, man. Hopefully you've been doing well. Let's go to a field trip real quick, Ian. Field trip. Let's see. You said the Land 910. The Land 910. That's a knife, a clone. Hold on. All right. So yes, just as he speaks, it looks like a first off, it looks like it's been out for like 4 years. So people are saying that this is the Land 910, the Land 910 Plus. It's in blade forms. Let's go to the Amazon listing. That doesn't. Okay, maybe that's not the same one. Is it the same one? Hey, do me a favor. Drop me the link if the mod is here for the specific one that Ian is talking about. I definitely might have to check that out, man. Appreciate that. Absolutely. All right, guys. So let's go here. Let's go to put a Q colon in front of your question or your comment. It will help me see it a little bit better. Put a Q question in front of your question or comment. It will help me see it a little bit better. And what we're gonna do here is just go through some of these and see what's on some of y'all's mind. It says, X, me and the missus say what's good. Hey, bro. Hey, Semper Fi, thanks for stopping by, man. Hopefully you're doing well. You know what I'm saying? Let me relight my shit because I'm over here running my mouth. You know, give me a favor. Ladies, do me a favor, man. I gotta relight this stuff. Y'all do me a favor. Just keep them busy real quick. Okay, I would appreciate that. Hit the like button. All right, ladies. I might need you later. Y'all get down real quick. I might need y'all later on. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. Go and wash up. All right, so let's see. Simplify's in the building. Jet said, let us know about tonight's stick. Yeah, it's this, like I mentioned, man. It is the Pan Caliente HVC. So it is an interesting one. I will admit that. And let's see. Okay, we got. I like the new setup, says Mike and Ike's EDC. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Hey, bro, let me know if you got that package I sent you. Let me know if you got that package I sent you. Hopefully everything is going well. If y'all didn't know, I did a giveaway last live stream. Mike and Ike's knew the answer to that. I sent that out. I just want to know if USPS is on top of their shit. Every day on a budget says, thoughts on the Civivi Klingman? I'm carrying that in the SOG Power Pint. Well, first off, the SOG Power Pint is easily taking over as my favorite small multi-tool in replacing the Gerber dime. There's just components of the Gerber dime that don't really impress me as much as I thought they used to. Their Power Pint is kind of a little bit more of a kitchen-friendly fifth pocket of your trousers multi-tool. As for the Klingman, I've only experienced the Klingman twice. So at SHOT Show, it was still in prototype, and I checked out the Klingman. Also, Jared at Neve's knife. I think the Offender. I think it's either the Offender or the Misdemeanor. I get some of his names mixed up sometimes. The one he's doing with that's still in prototype. I checked that one out. And at SHOT Show, I thought it was really ugly, but when I got it in my hands, it felt really, really good. Every day on a budget. So the aesthetics didn't really draw me in, but the ergonomics felt really, really good on Taylor Martin's new knife that he did with Civivi. I met Taylor Martin at Blade, Texas. I told him the Klingman wasn't my cup of tea aesthetics, but I thought it felt really good. So I think that's a banger. Would I carry it around? My knives need to have a little bit of swag for me, that make me feel good about them. I know some people say gear doesn't matter. I don't 100% agree with that. I believe that gear doesn't matter as in, can you make some cuts with a gas station knife? Yes, but if you don't like the way your knife looks or functions or closes, or like, I particularly don't like flipper only knives. I hate flipper only knives. So you can give me the best Magna Cut pearl around the pivot, titanium scaled, knife that you can find, but if it's a flipper only, it's doubtful I'm going to carry it in my pocket because I don't really like the way that feels. High wind storms. So high wind storms. Yes, you know what? We had the same high wind storms as well, Franco. You had them in Missouri. What's your preparations for wind, power loss, and tornadoes? So we're entering that season, Franco, when it comes to me thinking about my prep for tornadoes, maybe hurricanes. We're pretty far from the Gulf of Mexico, but when there is the Gulf of America, put some goddamn respect on that shit, bro. Put some respect on that shit, X. So we're pretty far away from the Gulf of America, but what I will say is America, that feels, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. Changing the name of that doesn't really do anything for my household. Didn't make us make more money, didn't reduce my taxes, it didn't make eggs cheaper, but you know what it does? It make me feel it feels nice to say Gulf of America, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we're pretty far away from Gulf of America, but if there is a hurricane, we get the residual storms and they still knock out power. We get the tornadoes here. There was just a tornado near me in Louisville, Texas. So my preparations heavily are stuff that have to do with propane tanks. I don't know if you can see, you might not be able to see the propane tank in the specific shot that I'm in, but I'm always thinking about the type of propane tanks. There's one off to the side near me that you can't quite see, but right out of my distance here, this is my AC system that's in the man cave. Right next to it as make sure I have propane tanks, my solar power stations that I use in the man cave and around the house, make sure that those are good to go, solar panels. But when we have high wind warnings, I heed those. If I have solar panels sitting outside, if I have gardening equipment sitting outside, if I haven't tied down branches, kids' toys, all that type of stuff, I have outdoor sheds that are ready to rock and roll, bring stuff indoors. And my biggest thing for me, particularly when it comes to preparation for prepping that type of stuff, is what am I gonna do with my kids when it comes to a power outage?
Come on now, dog.
What are they gonna do?
Come on, man.
So I have a lot of solar generators to keep I chose an internet company that ran on fiber, so that way if we lose power, internet is still being brought to my house. I just have to ensure that the actual Wi-Fi stays on. So I have a solar generator on the Wi-Fi, keeping kids busy. And so I'm just thinking about emergency preparedness to keep us safe for at least 5 days, self-sufficient in my house. Because of my solar panels, I can go longer. But you know, I think a lot of ladies like a man that can go longer. I think that's something that matters. Hey, hit that goddamn like button, man. If you're entertained, man, hit smash that like button, bro.
Are you not entertained?
Go ahead, smack that. Smack that. Let's see. The Kaiser harpoon fixed blade feels like Kaiser is killing it this year. Bro, let me tell you something. Kaiser fixed blades. Okay. Look, I talked to Jeremy Sires at Blade, Texas, and I did tell him that his knife felt nice. You know, I got it into my hand. Okay, when I got his knife into my hands, I was at the Big Idea Design booth. I met the designer that made the knife design in CAD and the computer assistant design program, and his thoughtfulness that he put into the knife, and just the whole 9 yards. And we had this back and forth. You know, so Jeremy Sires just released the Dino, I think it's called, and it's a $300+ Nitro V bladed knife. Now, it's cool, it's nice, but it's hard for me to recommend that knife, even though I got my chance to feel it and just hold on to it. When you have companies like Kaiser, who are killing Nitro V right now, Civivi, who are killing Nitro V right now, and they're trying to make more fixed blade knives. My biggest complaint when it came to Kaiser and their fixies were their sheaths. I had the Kaiser Justice #2, and the knife was okay, it was D2, but the sheath was really shitty. I mean, like, if you just look at it wrong, the knife just fucking falls out the sheath. So I'm glad that they've improved it. I might have to contact Kaiser and tell them to send me and the other ones just to check it out, because yeah. Let's see, carrying the Kanique TP9, the SF Elite, I almost said Simplify Elite. Just have the Hamilton Khaki Field Watch Auto Watch EDC for now. Listen, it's so crazy because I don't actually own a Hamilton. Like, I have a lot of automatic watches. The watches I'm wearing today is an automatic with a Swiss movement. It was made in Switzerland. I have a lot of watches from Bear that are automatics. I have stuff from Mercedes that are automatics, Omega, all that good stuff. And I need to really get one from a Hamilton watch, especially when they have sales on the base website. I can get the shit tax free, all that good stuff. I just don't, it doesn't lean, I don't lean towards it organically. So sometimes I don't lean towards it organically. Let me see here. What else we got? We're going to go to some more questions here in a second, but I'm also going to show you some new gear I've been testing out. It may not be new, but it's new to me. So let's see. Any thoughts on the Benchmade Mini Presidio 2? So my thoughts are, I kind of wish it was in the pocket today. I'm not going to lie to you.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Here's my initial thoughts, Wooey. I would say that I like it, and I kind of wish I had the aluminum version just to try it out. There are some Benchmade knives, and there's a reason why Benchmade always wins, right? I know people shit on Benchmade and they don't like the butterfly tax and the Second Amendment stuff and all the other type of stuff, but there's a reason that Benchmade always wins. Is that the knife just kind of, the axis lock, they've been doing the crossbar lock longer than anybody else. You can tell every time you get a Benchmade. Sometimes the detent is not 100% the best. Use the knife enough, it will get better. That's my initial thoughts on the Mini Presidio 2. Is it needs to be open probably 200 or 300 times, and it's gonna be like smooth like butter. Like the only knife I can remember getting from Benchmade that was like smooth like butter upon getting it was like my Mini Freak. A lot of other knives I had to work out, but yeah, I like it so far. I kind of wish I carried it today. That's the land. Okay, so that's the one that you have. I have it pulled up on the website. I appreciate that, Ian. I'm gonna have to check that out. It is top 5 fixed blades. I don't have a top 5 list, not yet, Toaster, because it would be disingenuous for me to make a top 5 list when I primarily carry folders. So I can tell you the top 5 that I've carried. Doesn't mean they're going to be my top 5 of all time. I carry the Top Knives Ferret a ton as a neck knife, even though I don't really like neck knives. But when I go to places where I get frisked, me and Mrs. X go places and they frisk me, they don't, which is so ass backwards. They don't have a female at the front door to frisk the females. They don't check her purse, but they frisk me as the male. So like, I just put the shit in her goddamn bag and we go inside. It's just like, bro, what's the point? What is the point of frisking me? And you don't do a good job of it. I have an ankle gun on me. I have a gun that's being carried at the 4 o'clock on my body. And you're just like, okay, yeah, I didn't feel anything near his penis, and I didn't feel anything, in the rear of his back. He's good to go. It's complete trash security guards. But the Top Knives Ferret is one I carried a lot. The Gerber Strong Arm, I didn't carry a lot, but I used it when I went hunting a lot. But when Montana Knife Company sent me their knives a year and a half ago for the first time, I'm sorry, but they like literally had me by the balls. And it kind of keeps me there. And so I'm a big fan of the War Goat, or is it the Battle Goat? Whichever one doesn't have the hook in the back. But I also am rocking, and I guess we could talk about one of the first new items that I've been carrying as much as I can lately, which has been the DP1 by TKO Knives. So I had to do a couple of additions. I got this from Blade, Texas. Full disclosure, I was given this by TKO Knives. I like to tell people what was given to me and what I purchased. This was given to me. But I will say, if you pick this up on his website, this is a knife you're gonna want to add a hangman noose, a paracord, wrap, or whatever type of thing you're able to do, because when it's on your hand, it's definitely a 2-finger knife. Let me show you how easy it is. I'm gonna shoot. I'm going to shoot the sheath off of this thing. It's crazy because I'm gonna have to get this after the live stream, but this thing just deploys off. Watch this. It's crazy good, bro. I love the way the sheath works on this. It's such a good fit. But anyway, you're gonna want to add paracord to it because this is definitely a 2-finger knife. You see that? You need somewhere for your ring and your pinky finger to go. So if you end up picking this up, but it has a TKO swedge. It has a design. I've been really enjoying carrying this. I didn't carry it today because I didn't really want to get this around chemicals. Not saying that the tactile knife can go around chemicals, but I'm just saying I didn't want this around chemicals, bro. I didn't want that. I got to get the sheath later. I just shot that across the goddamn bullet, like a bullet, bro. A couple of few things I've been checking out, man. So one company reached out to me. They're called the Warbow. This is a little carabiner knife. And you would think like, who cares, another carabiner? But let me tell you something. It's full. The liners fully wrap around, so it makes it very sturdy. And they made the blade with 14C28N. This is like the perfect knife for opening packages. One thing I really like it is that you can open a package and not go too deep in it. I'm gonna have to do a video on this. It's on Kickstarter. I think it's on Kickstarter or it's on their website. But it's a Warbow. I didn't think I would like it so much. So they designed it in Austin, Texas, and they make it in China. Okay, shout out to China. But it's a nice little knife that you could just put on the belt loop. Has a liner lock. You can put on the belt loop, and you don't want to gunk up your main knife. I wasn't gonna do a video on this, but I really like the way they did this thing. It just deploys. Deployment could be a little bit better. It doesn't always hit like you want it to. But other than that, this thing has not been bad. It's not been horrible. It has not been horrible. One more quick thing that I've been testing out. I just got, this is going to be dropping soon. This is the Nicor Tini 3. Tini 3 by Nicor. It's a small keychain flashlight, which I do not like putting lights on my keychain. Let me see if I can turn this thing on. All right, so, but it does have the same deliciously good OLED screen that's on the Nicor EDC 23, the Nicor EDC 29. It still has all those same modes where you can switch the lumens and all that. So you can go through here, go to 65 lumens. Let's see. I think it goes up to 200 lumens at the max. But it's a nice little flashlight. It's a little slippery. I wish it was ribbed for her pleasure right here. So we'll check that out as well. But if the price point is right, like if this thing can come out at like $18, I don't know what the price is going to be on this. But if this thing is like 18, 20 bucks, I mean, I can forgive not being ribbed for her pleasure when it comes to something like that. Last thing I want to just show real quick. I have a couple of other items we'll talk about here in a second, but I am been rocking lately the Preparedness. They've come out with watches that are paying homage to World War II. This is the Iwo Jima watch, and it actually has sands from Iwo Jima in there. And it has the memorial for the Marines that fought hard for Iwo Jima. And Iwo Jima was such an important island in World War II. That's why the Japanese and the Marines fought so effing hard for Iwo Jima. It was just one of those places where if we can get Iwo Jima, we could launch aircrafts that can easily get to mainland Japan more easily. I'm talking about birds that could not get there at any other island other than Iwo Jima. We could also have large amount of troop at Iwo Jima. It was such an incredibly hard fought battle. They sent this out to me. I have a few complaints. It's an automatic watch with a Swiss movement, but it's been nice. Okay. We'll do a video on that very, very soon. So let me know, guys, know what you carried in your pockets as well. Anything that you may have been rocking and all of that good stuff. Let's see if we can go back to a couple of more of these questions real quick while we're thinking about that. Q colon in front of your question will help me see your question. Put a Q and a colon in front of your comment or your question, and it does help me see it a little bit better. Says that it is the landline 10. Okay. Appreciate that. Let's see. Carry my revolver in my single action dude Q's you colon. Okay, you're just telling him how to do it. Appreciate that. I got the package. Thank you. I'm excited to put, it's my bad. The screen's further away. I'm excited to put it to use. Okay, man, that's what's up. Sipping on a High West bourbon. Simper, bro. I'm so damn jealous, man. I sat down, I got everything set up, and mess around and didn't grab a bourbon, bro. I don't know what I was thinking about. I didn't grab a bourbon, man. I'm almost tempted to have my ladies come up so I can grab me a bourbon. You know, I might have to do that because this is ridiculous. This is a really good stick. So if you guys don't know about jrcigars.com, I use JR Cigars. I'm not affiliated with it. I don't get any money from them or whatever. But I pay JR Cigars $30 a month for their cigar package. And they send me like 5 sticks a month to try out. Things I would never buy on my own. And this was one of the cigars that came as a JR Cigar Cigar of the Month Club. Thing is great. It's an easy smoker. It doesn't really pass my 5-minute test. 5-minute test is not a real cigar test, but can I run my mouth for 5 minutes and the stick doesn't go out? It does go out, but it's still an easy smoker. I wish I would have lit it with a match at the very beginning and get that first taste, but it is what it is. Hope you come back to into the Fold X. It says, love you tons. Want to come to BSTX and rub your elbow sometimes. Hey, if you come to Blade Show, Texas, bro, come look for me. It's pretty easy to spot me. I'm usually the black guy with locks.
Hey,
it's not
bro,
hard
come on now, dog.
You can find me pretty easy.
Come on,
okay?
man.
Pretty easy. It says, T-Raf says, should you bob the hammer for EDC use on a revolver? So I actually don't own any revolvers with hammers. All my revolvers are hammerless. Which means every single one of my revolvers are double action. But that also means I can put a revolver in my pocket. It doesn't have a safety on it. And if I'm nervous, if the threat is nearby, if I'm fighting with somebody and he puts his hand on top of the cylinder, it's more likely I can still use the weapon because there's no hammer. There's not a slide for him to put his hand on to stop the weapon from functioning properly. Now, right now, I'm not carrying a revolver in my CCW. I'm carrying a Beretta, the PX4 Storm, but you know, I do like carrying a revolver when I get the opportunity. I can't show you the weapon because you can't touch guns on live streams, but you can check out my most recent video for my CCW rotation. Looking for a sling bag that will accommodate a 14-inch MacBook Pro and off-body carry compatible, says Tony. A 14-inch MacBook Pro, that's going to be you want a sling bag, so you want it to actually sling around your body, and you want it to CCW. So the first thing that came to mind was the Ghost series from Vertex, and I got a new package from Vertex we're going to open here in a second because I have no clue what it is. They just sent it to me. I don't even know if I'm supposed to show it, but we're going to show it. But the Ghost series from Vertex won't accommodate a 14-inch MacBook Pro. So I know the Fade series from Eberly stock can CCW as well, and I don't know if it could do a 14-inch MacBook Pro. I would have to look for you. The hiccup in that question, Tony, is the 14-inch MacBook Pro part, because I have a 14-inch MacBook Pro. I'm looking at it right now, and I never carry it in a sling. When I do, I carry it in a nutsack sling bag, but that's not CCW ready, if that makes sense. But I reflexively say go to Vertex website first and see if they have anything that might work for you when it comes to that size. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I apologize for that. I would like to research that, Tony. So if you get a chance, email me info@themarinex.com, info@themarinex.com, and I will try to research that for you as well. Let's see. DJ says Uben X3, the Leatherman Skeletal, Three Sons wallet, the Montana Knife Company rocker, the Veyer, a D5 Meridian black watch. Bro, you got a EDC that's like close to my goddamn heart, bro. It's close to my heart. It's so crazy because I'm in a long-term relationship with Veyer, and I asked him, like, hey, I'm doing these videos for you guys, sponsor segments. I think your watches are great. I've taken them to Trinidad. I've taken them. They've been in planes. They've been in the ocean. They've been in pools. Is it Veyer? Or is it V? Like, I feel like I'm always mispronouncing your stuff. And they have this cool vibe about them. They're just like, it's important for us to be out there. Whether you're pronouncing it correctly or incorrectly, we want people to just see your genuine opinion about our watches. And so, like, we had a whole video call, and it was still a vibe, so I could appreciate that. Let's see. I need to start thinking about communication in the event we go to World War III and cell network goes down. Yeah, I was just talking about that. First off, if there's World War III, cell networks don't matter. I mean, unless every country is able to control themselves, mutually assured destruction is going to happen. All these countries that have, nukes. So unless the warfare is still ground combat, for the most part, if we break out into a war, it is what it is. Last thing I'm worried about is some cell phones. But I will say this: I do have some Garmin navigators. I'm trying to buy a sat phone so I can hopefully still communicate to the satellites before they get blown out of lower Earth orbit, if that's not a thing that some countries, there's a reason that we have the Space Force. Their job is to protect lower Earth orbit, our assets in lower Earth orbit. I'm pretty sure countries have the ability to get rid of satellites. So it is what it is. He says, new setup, appreciate the couch, or a nice couch, bro. Yeah, it's not necessarily new, Mikey Daily Carry. Thanks for kicking the door in. It's just a different angle. Make sure you hit that like button. Hey, me when I was, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn nigga. We appreciate that, man. It's not necessarily new. It's just a different angle. for me, it said, what flashlight am I using this day? So today I'm carrying the Ace Beam TAC 2A, which is a dual fuel flashlight. It comes with a USB-C rechargeable battery, and if the battery runs out, I could throw 2 AA batteries in there. But I'm really carrying that. Today I'm carrying it because of how easy I'm able to put it in my mouth, which sounds crazy, bro. Okay, I'm carrying this flashlight mostly today because of how easy I can throw it in the mouth and still have both of my hands free. But a lot lately, I have been carrying this flashlight that's under embargo, like a ton. And, you know, so I'm excited to do the video on that flashlight when that thing drops as well. So let's see what Ver sent me. I mean, let's see what Vertex sent me. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what Vertex sent me real quick. Ladies, do me a favor. I'm gonna get this package ready. Y'all just come up here real quick and keep the people busy for me. Hit that like button. All right, ladies, get down. Y'all get down for a second. All right, so looks like, all right. I don't know if this is under embargo. Literally, listen, shout out to Vertex, man. Y'all always, I'm wearing, let me tell y'all, my Vertex fit is like drippy, bro. My Vertex, my Vertex fit is drippy, bro. It's drippy. Right now I'm wearing a Vertex shirt that is breathable and it feels really good. It's a good work shirt. I'm wearing Vertex trousers. The trousers I bought on my own. The shirt they sent me. I like to be transparent about that stuff. But a lot of times they just drop shit in the mail and it just shows up to my P.O. box. My P.O. box is in the description if you guys ever want to send me stickers. I like stickers more than REs. So you can always send me a sticker. But so I go to my P.O. box and this package is there and it's just like, I have to email the marketing manager at Vertex. I'm like, hey, bro, what is this? This is one of those situations. This is going to be called the Siege Pack. This is the Siege Pack. It's a 25 liter. They also sent me the customizable Premier Body Armor bag, but this is what it looks like. Okay. Functionality of it, I don't know yet. It does have, this is a different look for Vertex. I don't know if this is going to be something that they're using, like exactly which line it's going to be for. But it's an expandable front pocket, perfect for stashing your helmet. Okay, so this is for the tactical bros. This might actually be really good for if I'm rucking and I want to take my helmet off. Main compartment reveals built-in organization, double layer laptop, tablet sleeve, hidden entry point for body armor. CCW compartment is in the front, according to the little label right here. It has a ready access, the rapid access pull tab. It looks like it has a top pocket there, and it has the loop panel so you can put your patches on there. Okay. Interesting. And then we have here, let's see. Let me see if you guys can, let me show you some of the zoom up. So here, just some of those features we were talking about. I didn't realize that y'all were on the big camera, but this is with the Siege Pack 25 liter. So, I mean, I like the fact it does have outside water bottle holders. So what I'm going to do to test this out is I'm going to replace my Go Ruck bag is what I use to ruck. So I'm going to replace my Go Ruck bag with this bag. and I'm holding a wireless mic. Otherwise, I would try to open this up and show y'all some stuff. It kind of reminds me of this bag from Eberly stock. I don't know if this is the... No, not that one. Well, maybe not the same thing. They do have similar features, but it's not exactly the same. Okay. Interesting. Well, shout out to Vertex, man. I could appreciate y'all trying to mix it up, bro. Mixing it up, man. So that's what we got there. That is an interesting one. Q colon in front of your question or comment will gain my attention. Put a Q and a colon in front of your question or your comment, and it will gain my attention. So let me go back to your questions real quick while I relight this. Stick, because like I said, it's not really a 5-minute smoker, but it's definitely getting the job done. Have you looked into getting a Meshtastic for your SHTF? The fact that I can't even pronounce it, sir, shame on me. That means I don't even know what it is.
Bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Hey, but you know what, Chesters? Let's do a field trip, bro. Let's do a field trip, my guy. Let me do a field trip. Because that might be something I want to look up. Sometimes when y'all give me ideas, I literally have this, like bookmark tab on my Google Chrome, which literally is called my discoveries page. And all my discoveries come from live streams and come from people chatting, leaving comments in my chat or in my videos. That's how my discovery tab is populated. So let me see if I can look this up real quick with a field trip. Let's see. I'm definitely, next time, if I do this angle, we're gonna have to get a mic stand so I don't have to hold my mic. Have you looked into the mash tag? Let's look that up real quick. Make sure you put a good old Q colon in front of your question or comment so I can see it. Meshtastic. Okay, hold on. And while you're waiting for me to look this shit up, make sure you smack the like button. Okay, so my assumption is that we are talking about... Oh, they got a off-grid decentralized mesh network built to run affordable low-power devices. Sir, you got a good head on your shoulders, man. A good head on the shoulders. All right, let's check this out, bro. Let's check this out. Okay, so it's open source. It reminds me of the super lock of folding pocket knives, where it's an open source, where they don't care who does it, who makes it. So you can get a starter kit. I'm gonna have to bookmark this because I need to really be able to sit and research this. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Every day on a budget. Thanks you for joining the battalion. Super well appreciated. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. Good head on your shoulders. So we got some videos that can give me more information about it. I'm gonna check those out. So because it's open source, there's a lot of different firms and people that are just kind of doing this on their own. Oh, this is the same website we were just on. So we got, let's go to Wikipedia real quick. It uses a decentralized wireless off-grid mesh networking, LoRa, which is a physical proprietary radio communication technique. Okay. The main goal of the product is to enabling a low power, long range communication over unlicensed radio bands. So you don't need a ham license. Interesting. Hey, I'm gonna definitely look that up, man. Appreciate that. Good looking out. Good looking out, man. What folding knife have you been carrying the most lately? So lately, I would say in the last week, and the concrete answer for that for the most in the last week would be the Benchmade Mini Presidio 2, mainly because I just got it at Blade, Texas last week. But today I carried the Tactile Chupacabra because I knew I was going to be around chemicals, and the scales are aluminum. They're anodized. It's a Magna Cut blade, you know. But this upcoming week, we're getting the Three Rivers Manufacturing Neutron 2 frame lock into the pocket, okay? I bought that with my own money, and I want to get that into the pocket. Have I checked out the SBK Instinct? Field trip. SBK. Let's look that up real quick. The answer is no. Like, have I physically checked one out? No, I haven't. But are we about to check one out right now? Yes, we are. So it's a Tanto. It's Shea Butler. Knives. I had no clue, honestly, what the abbreviations were.
Come on, man.
Oh, man. But, you know, you got to act cool like you know what the hell you're talking about. No, I haven't checked this out. You know what this reminds me of, though? It reminds me of the Tor Knife Serpent. It reminds me of the Montana Knife Company Battle Goat or War Goat. No, the War Goat. It reminds me of the TKL, I think the CQ. I probably got the model wrong. But it looks like it would fit well in a magazine pocket, like the pocket where it looks like you get a 2.1 clip. Okay, so they have a 3.3 clip. I just ordered a 2.2 clip for my DP knife. That should be here maybe today, actually. So I just ordered an Alti clip for that. So this is a bigger Alti clip. So this is a bigger sheath. Let's bookmark this. Because when folks tell me about new fixies and they're kind of in the world of Montana Knife Company, they're in the world of Tor and TKL and stuff like that, it does make me want to just see, like, what's the vibe about, you know what I'm saying? So we definitely got to check this bad boy out. It does look like the Tor Serpent a little bit, though. I want y'all to lock that in your brain, all right? Lock it in your brain. And then we're going to look at the Tor Serpent. Like, it's kind of like, does it not give you the same vibe? It gives you the same vibe, right? I have the Tor Serpent sitting in my drawer over there. And it almost reminds me of the MKC Battle Goat, minus the Battle Goat, I think, is a drop point where these are Tantos. But, or no, the War Goat. I think it's the War Goat that I'm thinking about. I might have to, like, really wrap my fingers around all of these and just try to compare all these knives that have these holes in the back that make good for kind of like fighting knives. You know, all of them are a little bit different, but like this is one of my favorite ones to put in that back pocket. It really does just depend on what you're thinking about, what kind of works best for you. The CQ, I think, might be the smallest. I can't remember. I did check one out at Blade, Texas, but I didn't buy one. I just checked it out. You see how popular his knives are? Allow 3 to 6 months for delivery, bro. That's what I'm talking about. At least he's being transparent about it. So listen, every company does it a little bit different, right? TKL Knives lets you order it, and they just tell you, hey, you'll get it in 3 to 6 months, right? Montana Knife Company, they do drops. So you see these knives are sold out, right? So TKL they let you order it, and they say you'll get it in 3 to 6 months. Montana Knife Company does drops. So you have to just kind of be a part of their email list. They'll do a drop, get it as soon as you can. And then there are other companies that keep them in stock. And so it's just all about the you know, when if some companies are hand grinding versus machine grinding. Some companies do everything in house, where some companies have to do the heat treatment outside, or they have to do anodization of their scales at another facility or whatever. They're trying to keep it American made, but they don't do everything in their facilities. So it's kind of just all about like what works for you. You know what I'm saying? Everything is not for everybody, but it's just all about what works for you. Cute colon in front of your stuff will grab my attention. Check out the The Convoy T6, it's a little beast. Field trip. Let's look that up real quick. The Convoy T6. So this thing is a 14. Okay, here's the thing I like about this this flashlight. What is the candela on it? Is this $15? What? Wait a minute. The first thing I like about this is the goddamn price, bro. I'm not going. I want to know the candela though. Like, what are they able to achieve? Do they even list it on? They don't list the candela, which is okay. Okay. So lumens is like has to do with brightness. Candela kind of gives me the strength or intensity of the emitter and how far the beam might go. So this thing here, I mean, it's only $15. Okay. So this might be a great just around the house in your left pocket, in your weak side pocket type of flashlight. They don't tell you the candela. I don't even see the lumen. Okay, so the lumens, it looks like it can go up to 1200 lumens. That must be the turbo mode. And then 300 lumens is the working mode, maybe. It says it can do 100 meters. I wonder if this was tested though. It's another thing I like to look up. AN. Okay, so right here it does say that it meets it. They don't specify if it meets the ANSI standard. So I like so some companies are really transparent about this stuff, right? So right here, this ASNI standard is where you can send your flashlight in to get tested by a third party, like a standard. Olight doesn't do it a lot. I will say that. Streamlight does it, Nightcore does it, Surefire does it. This company obviously did not get this one flash. So what this means is they're saying that it can go 100 meters, but they haven't got it independently tested to tell you how far it can go. So that's all it really, that's what this means. But I mean, you're paying $16. If it doesn't beam 100 meters, then so effing what, right? I'm gonna save this. I appreciate you bringing it to my attention because it's definitely something I'm gonna check out. And it's okay that they have it. Now, if they were charging like, you know, $100 and they didn't get it independently tested, that would make me draw pause. Like, that's something I would definitely want to know. Like, okay, you want all this money, but you can't even tell me that. Mike and Ike's EDC says, did you get another freezer like you were talking about? So, Missing the X and I, it was something I wanted to do, even though that we have this tariff war going on and prices are going up. We definitely want to get another freezer, and I want to also get a fourth refrigerator. I have a lot of refrigerators. So I also got a family of 5. I think Mrs. X is pretty good looking,
Hey,
bro. So
bro,
I'm not
come on now, dog.
She's pretty good looking.
Come on, man.
Right? So I just got fixed 2 years ago, so we're done having kids. But I did want to get another freezer. And we still, even though that we have this tariff thing going on, we're still highly consider getting the freezer because I want to be able to keep more foods on hand just in case we have some type of emergency situation going on. We have one freezer, but that's like the freezer that my kids are allowed to open up, get something out, put something in the air fryer, all that. I want some freezer of meat that they're not allowed to touch. They don't even know how to touch. They don't know how to process it, all of that type of stuff. We haven't made that decision yet. Congratulations to my 16-year-old. She just made varsity cheerleading. Yes. Oh, me Nas, I just saw in chat, you said it has 34,000 candela. Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's pretty good for a flashlight that small. But her making varsity cheerleader means that I got like a couple $1,000s. Even though, listen, I didn't know that public schools senior cheerleader prices have gone up so much. You know, I'm almost having to pay 2 racks by June for everything that she needs for cheerleading. So I had to push the freezer idea off until the summer. And we'll see where tariffs are then, but the extra disposable income that we have right now is about to get pumped into cheerleading because my 10-year-old is in cheerleading. My 16-year-old is in 2 cheerleading. They both do competitive cheer, which costs me so much money per month. My 16-year-old just became a varsity cheerleader, which is now going to cost me money. So The freezer is pushed off for now, but we hopefully are able to get it soon. We will see how that goes. Put a Q colon in front of your stuff as mentioned. It will make it easier, as Mike and Ike's mentioned here. Let's see. Jose's Blade says, hey X, what do you think of the half face blades? I own one, but they are very expensive. Think they're worth it for the price. So anything worth it for the price. So I can break down like anything that is fair and reasonable and tell you like comparison prices and all the other stuff, but worth it for the price is just like, how does it make you feel? How often do you carry it? Are you going to carry it all the time? Are you going to use it all the time? Like, worth it for the price can be more than just me, a nerd like me who likes to break down the pricing to tell you if it's fair and reasonable. You know, it's more than just that. When I did my premium EDC video the other day, when I talked about my premium pouch, there's shit in there. Like, I have a $300 cigar cutter that I just use on this $9 cigar, right? Does the price make sense? No. But does it make me feel good when I use it? Yes. Yeah, it does. So it just really depends on what works for you. But let's check it out. Field trip. So half-face blades. Never heard of these folks before. Let's go to their knives. You said you have a, do you have a folder? Or do you have a, let's go to the folders. Well, they got some folders that are $500. Good God, that's a lot of money.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Oh my God, that caught me off guard, bro. I didn't even click on it. I just hovered over it. Let's see if we can check it out. All right, so $500. Oh my gosh, look at that. Is sexy looking. The scales, the way that they did their finger hole. Oh my gosh, that is aesthetically pleasing, bro. I will give you that. I will give you that. But let's break down the details real quick. So it does have a very unique pivot system. What is the lockup system on this? I wonder. It must be, is it a liner? I mean, look how unique the pocket clip looks. They don't really like list out their specs very easily for me to just quickly see. Dual sealed roller ball bearing pressed into the frame. I'm gonna save this. Jose, because I don't know. The next drop is Saturday, or I guess they had a drop yesterday. Let's go to all their knives. Okay, so they have everything. Like, if it's not available, it's kind of like it's not highlighted. So they only have one folder, huh? So I guess they're known for their fixies. Interesting. Can I sort this by most popular? No, I can't. Their website's kind of basic. I wish they would kind of improve that a little bit. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to research. Okay, so here's one that has the finger hole in the back, similar to some of their competitors. $950, bro. Oh my gosh. That is some expensive stuff. Yeah, let me research this company. Let me figure out like why the pricing is. Oh, look at those. Look at that micarta. That looks really good. That's some good looking micarta. Those are some humongous boats. Either that or they're using like a really zoomed in macro lens. Those look like T10s, like some really big boats. $360. The blade is 3.5 inches. S45 EM blade steel. It's Cerakoted. It's gonna be a bitch to sharpen. Look at the blade shape. Yeah, I like this one too. I'm gonna save this one as well. Appreciate you bringing that to my attention because I've never heard of that at all. So we definitely gonna check that out. Hey X, well, we just did that one. Oh, the real Chris Brown is here. Moderators, thanks for kicking the door in, man. Let's see. X, was Melissa Backwoods just as fine in person as she was on? Sir, you got a good head on your shoulders, bro. Hey, let me tell you something, man. So Melissa Backwoods is good looking. She's good looking in person. You can tell she works out. I met her at SHOT Show. She was at Blade, Texas. I just didn't run into her. I met her at SHOT Show, and she's just good looking in person as she is on the Instagrams. So if you're curious if it's a valid thing, you know you see some people online and it feels like a catfish. Like, she's not a catfish. Okay, she's She's definitely hitting out the park. I think she was with her husband or her dude, or I don't know who he was, but no, it's confirmed. It's 100% confirmed. Let's see, Mr. Skiller, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn man. We appreciate that, man. Hopefully you're doing good. I have the Crow Jr., but the Stormbreaker is the one. I got you. Check out the EMP shields. It says Joshua. I need to invest in a freezer myself. The EMP shields. Okay, so it's so crazy. Are you talking about the EMP shields that go into your vehicle? Hold on, let me see. Because if you're talking about it, the EMP shields that go into your vehicles, I have a couple of those. So Joshua says, check out the EMP shields. I have a couple of those. I don't know if I did a straight up vehicle on this, Joshua, or a video on this. I think I may need to. So in my vehicle, I have an EMP shield installed in my vehicle. I bought it with my own money. And the reason that I bought this was for a couple of reasons. It does have EMP resistance. It's been certified by the Department of Homeland Security. As you can see that they purport on their website. They run this in some government vehicles, not all of them, because the thing is it's not cheap. But it's a veteran-owned business. The thing about this is it protects against, if an EMP were to hit your city, they say that this is going to protect the electrical components of your vehicle. So this will take the hit of an EMP so that you can still crank up your vehicle and drive it if an EMP were to hit your city. Now that may be stupid, because if an EMP does hit your city, no one else's vehicles are going to be working, right? So you become a target, but that's not really a concern of mine, because if I'm away from the house and an EMP hits, I want to try my best to get back to my family. That's my goal behind it. If I have to eventually abandon my truck, then so be it. The purpose of me having an EMP shield is not for me to get in my truck and drive away from my house. It's to try to get back home, okay? It does cost, I think it cost me around $300 when I got it. So it also protects against lightning strikes, so they say. I mean, my vehicle's never been struck by lightning. I have the OG model right here, which is the vehicle shield. The one is $399. I didn't know they made a new one, which is $449, which, if I didn't already have one, I will 100% recommend you get the EMP Shield Micro, because the OG model, unless you have a big vehicle engine well, it is a hard fit. I drive a GMC Sierra. Mine fits just fine. I wonder if I did a video on this. I have to look the shit up, but I would say that have I been able to test it out? No. Am I going to openly test it out and possibly jeopardize my purchase by fucking it up? No. Am I just going to hope that it works? Yes, I am going to just kind of hope that it works out for me. But I'm going to see if I did a video on it to show you guys how to install it. Because I don't know if I did a video on it. Marine X. I don't think I did a video on it. No, I did not. So yeah, I probably have to do a video on it, because yeah, that's a good looking up. That's a good observation when it comes to those, because those things are very, very interesting. Absolutely. So let me show you some other, few other kind of like new snacks that I've been kind of like testing out. Like I say, they're not 100% like new to the market, but they are something that's new for things that I've been checking out. So something else I've been kind of carrying more and more lately has been Streamlight's ProTac 2AA. This is another one of those flashlights that you can kind of put in your mouth, just like the ProTac that I have in my pocket. It does have a little bit more texture. This one has been tested to the ANSI standard. I mean, this one has a momentary switch. This is just great. Is it dead? Oh, mine's dead. There you go. You know what? I let my son play with this for 3 hours today, so that makes sense why the thing is dead. I just thought about that. But this is a good point, because even when these things die, because this is a dual fuel system, you can take out this battery and you can put 2 AA batteries in here. Now that I know mine is dead, I'm going to charge it. But if I was in a pinch, I could put 2 AA batteries in there. And kind of make that happen. Mrs. Skilla says you mentioned on your truck tour. That's what I thought. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I'll have to do a separate video on that. And then the last thing that I've kind of been checking out lately has been their Sarge. I'm all about battery banks. I got kids. My son uses a Nintendo Switch religiously. My other son uses an iPad mini religiously. They go to cheerleading events. This is another. So Sarge saw me always talking about the carbon fiber 10,000 milliamp hour battery bank by Nicor. They reached out to me and they said, we have a carbon fiber and ours is sexier. Do you want to see it? And I was like, well, I'm all about a sexy battery bank. So I've been checking this out. It does have a USB-A and USB-C. I wish it did have 2 USB-Cs. I don't need USB-A anymore. Most of my stuff has been converted to USB-C. Suspiciously, I think that both of these are made in the same factory in China because they feel the same. Like they kind of function the same way. But I don't know if I could really prove that. I think that the Nicor and the Sarge might be made in the same factory in China, but I don't really have like a conclusive way to prove that. It's just something that I'm like just thinking about or speculating about. But it's all good in the hood. Let me see here if I miss any Q colons real quick. Does your EDP shield? How does the EMP shield hook up to your truck? So you unhook the ground wire and the positive wire of your truck, and you tap into the ground wire and the positive wire of your truck. I don't remember if I had to ground it to the truck's like a third wire. I installed it so many years ago. I actually don't remember if you have to install the third wire to your vehicle as well. But yeah, it's a very easy install. The total installation should take you less than 15 minutes. But they make all sorts of stuff that you can do. They also have like an EMP shield for your entire house. They do stuff for your RVs. I haven't gone this deep into it yet. I think I would love to maybe have a relationship with them and see. But this one here is you unhook. So it literally red on red, black on black. And then you take the green one. Yeah, that's right. You take the green one and you ground it to your truck. And the reason that you have to do that is that if it does have an EMP, what this is supposed to do is to push the EMP through the ground part of your vehicle down to your tires and try to protect your battery and your alternator. That's the purpose of this. So I guess, yeah, it wouldn't make any sense if it didn't have the third wire. Now that I think about that. So yeah, it's a pretty easy install. It's just all about, can you find it? There are other competitors to this company, but I trust this company because they have these in government vehicles, and this one's 100% made in America. There's other ones, but they're made in China. And I don't know how good the EMP shield features are going to be made from a Chinese EMP shield competitor. I don't even know what they're called. I'm not sure how viable those would be. So it's kind of like use at your own risk if you're thinking about getting something like that. But hopefully that answers your question. Let's see. Hey guys, appreciate y'all kicking it for a man cave type of vibe. I just want to do some Q&A with you guys, smoke a stick. I'm about to finish the rest of this stick. It's time for me to bounce myself up out of here. It's time to go to the upper room, baby. Yes. Subscribe to the channel and we will speak soon.